All right, in this video, I'm going to give you the beginner's guide to conversion rate optimization. I'm going to explain to you exactly what this is, why you need to do it, and then the basics of how to do it so that you can optimize your own website, get better conversion rates, make more sales, or get more clients, or get more customers. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a couple of examples of websites I found, some of which have been done well and some of which haven't been done well, so you can see how to do this. So make sure you stay to the end for that one. What exactly is CRO? So CRO stands for conversion rate optimization, and it's the process of increasing how many of the people who land on your website complete a particular action that you want them to take. So for example, this could be a purchase or filling out a form or making a phone call by clicking a phone number. It's optimizing to get as many people as possible who are already on your website to take those actions. So why is this important? If you can increase your conversion rate from 1% to 2%, you will double your leads or sales without having to get any more traffic. So this basically means free sales or leads simply by making these optimizations. You don't have to get any more traffic. So that's why this is so powerful. Now, an average conversion rate for e-commerce stores is about 2.8%, and for businesses generating leads, it's about 5%. So if you're in those ranges for those particular types of businesses, you know you're in about the right place. If you are less than that, then you need to optimize your website further to get to at least average. If you're at average, you can certainly optimize to go more. I know for e-com stores, 5% is fantastic, and about 10% or over 10% for websites trying to generate leads is really, really good. So if you can get in those ranges, then you're doing really well. And some of the things I'm going to show you in this video are going to help you get there. Now, real quick, if you want me to coach you on how to do CRO, SEO, Google Ads, or other forms of marketing for only $49 a month, go to learndominatemarketing.com. And if you'd like us to do the CRO or Google Ads or SEO for your website, go to dominatemarketing.io, book a call with us there. Right, back to the video. So the next thing is things that will actually affect your conversion rate. So these are all the aspects that will affect your conversion rate on your website. So the load speed of the website, how fast it loads when people land on it. The design of the website can have an impact, though that's usually less of an impact, but it can definitely have an impact depending on what is going on. The content or the info about the product or service and how this is written, how you sell the product or service, and what details you give about it will make a big difference in terms of conversion rate. Now, the mobile website and whether this actually looks good and is usable on mobile, it's going to make a big difference as well, especially since majority of traffic now is mobile, not actually desktop. Now, banners on the top of the website or on the bottom of the website making an offer will make a difference to your conversion rate, whether positive or negative. The offer, what you're actually offering, how it's priced, and things like that. The headline, the main headline that you have on the landing page when people land on it. The photos you have, so that's primarily to do with products, but also services as well. What photos you have on there will impact it. Any pop-ups, and if you have pop-ups, can both positively and negatively affect your conversion rate. The color of any of your buttons that you want people to press. So for instance, if you've got a button that you want people to click to go to a Calendly or to make a phone call or anything like that, how big those buttons are, what color they are, and things like that, which I'm going to go into, will all impact your conversion rate. Any promotions that you're offering can increase the conversion rate. Free shipping or how much shipping costs on products will affect it. The traffic source, so for instance, organic traffic tends to perform better than paid traffic when it comes to conversions. It's just how it is. Any reviews that you have on the website of either your business or the products that you're trying to sell or the service that you're offering, what payment methods you offer if you have an online checkout, how easy it is to complete that checkout and or complete the purchase or get in contact with you if you're generating leads. Those will dictate the conversion rate as well, and quite a number of other things, but these are the main things that will have an impact on your conversion rate. How do you actually do conversion rate optimization? So firstly, you need to actually track conversions on your website. Now, I made a number of videos on how to do this, both for Shopify stores and for regular WordPress websites. So I'm going to put links above, firstly to the Shopify store conversion rate setup, and then to the Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager setup for other websites like service businesses and things like that. I'm also going to put those links in the description below. You need to set up the conversion tracking for everything you want them to do, the users to take, all the actions you want users to take on your website, and track as much of it as possible. So forms, phone number clicks, add to carts, checkout drop-offs, completed checkouts, the different traffic sources. You want to track as many of these things as possible so that you actually know what's happening. You got the most data that you can, and then you have more to work with. You also want to test different landing pages and or product pages to find what performs best. So for instance, if you're running ads and you're sending them to a page, you want to test different variations of that page to see which one performs best. So what you would want to do is some form of A/B testing, otherwise known as split testing, which would be, let's say, two pages that look very similar but have a different color button or a different headline, different pictures, things like that, a different layout, because all these things will impact the conversion rate. And so you'll find the one that works better for your particular use case, and then you can use that and then make variations of that then to further increase it. Now you can use the list above to test all those different variables out to find the combination that works best for your particular situation, because each situation, each business, each niche, each location they're advertising to or getting traffic from is going to perform differently. So you need to find the one that works specifically for your case. There's no one size fits all. There's general templates, and I have made a video on how to make a landing page template that works very well for me most of the time. So I'll put a link to that above as well. But basically you need to find a thing that's going to work for you specifically. Now, tips to increase the conversion rates of your website. You want to focus on getting the user to take only one action. So a classic mistake people make is that they put too many things on the page and give the user too many things and too many options, and then they don't know what to do and they don't take any action. You want the whole page to be optimized to get them to do one thing. If it's buy one product or fill out one form or make one phone call, whatever it is, you want to focus on getting them to only take one action, and that's it. Don't give them 5 different things you want them to do, because they usually end up doing none of them. Now, simple is usually better. So people tend to overcomplicate their landing pages and put a whole bunch of stuff on it hoping that that's going to work, but usually simple performs better than overcomplicated. You want to focus on what the user was actually looking for and give them that. Don't give them a bunch of other stuff that has nothing to do with what they wanted. You want to give them exactly what they were looking for, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that in one of the examples I'm going to give you. Make sure that they can easily find all the info they need to make a purchase decision. So frequently asked questions, shipping information, warranty, any details about the service that you're offering, things like that. You need to include all of that on this page. Don't make people ask questions, because most of the time when they ask a question or they have a question in their head and it's not answered, they're just going to leave and go to the next one because you didn't give them the answer. So you want to make sure that you answer every question. Make the whole process as smooth and quick as possible. So the closer you can get to one click, the better. So this is mostly for e-commerce stores and places where there's a purchase, but it also applies if you're generating leads. If you want them to fill out a form or take a specific action, you want to make it as simple for them to do as possible. Don't make an overcomplicated form that takes 5 minutes to fill out. Don't make them jump to 3 different pages to fill out forms. Just give it to them right there. One click, fill out as minimal amount of fields as possible, or if you can, just one button for a call, let's say, and that's it. Don't overcomplicate it. The smoother and quicker this is for them to complete, the more likely they are to actually do it. Now, you want to include reviews, especially if you can get feed from, let's say, Google or Yelp or some third-party trusted source, as that's going to make them more credible, and that's really going to help you get more conversions, as well as other social proof like video testimonials and things like that. If you can include video testimonials, case studies, or reviews, then that is the best thing you can do, and that's going to help to get other people to actually buy from you as well. Now, you want to make your buttons big as you can, and the only thing in that color, and I'm going to show you what I mean in one of the coming examples as well, that color should stand out and always be immediately noticeable, and it should be the only thing on that page. The button that you want them to press, whether that's, the phone number click or the purchase button or whatever it is, should be the only thing in that color, so it grabs their attention, and it should be a standout color so that they know where it is on the page, because they'll remember seeing it and they'll quickly be able to find it. And you don't want to change that color. That's a classic mistake too many people make. All the buttons are the same color, or the same button is multiple different colors as you scroll, and that's just going to hurt your conversion rate big time. Now, the last thing is you can watch my landing page video I mentioned. The link is going to be in the description below. I highly recommend you go watch that, because I cover most of these basics and how to actually do them in that video, and I give you a template that I use that works really, really well. A couple of examples of conversion rate optimization. So the first one, I just pulled these two randomly off Google just to show you an example. This is one that I like. I think they've done this very well. Just to be upfront, it's a little bit busier than I would personally like to see, but I imagine it still converts very well, and I'll show you why. So if we take a look here, you can see that the main color is blue. However, you can see that the orange are the buttons they want people to click. Now, there are 2 different buttons here, but to be fair, one is to call and one is to actually schedule a consultation, which will be more for desktop users. So in this particular case, I think this is fine. And you can see so far, the only thing in this orange is the button to book the consultation. Nothing else. Everything else is blue or white. And if we scroll down the page, you can see, first of all, they've got the main keyword there, and they say exactly what this is. Family law experts, family lawyers. I searched family lawyer to find this, so they did that really well. You can see here, they give you the information about what they offer in terms of that. They have the button again, which is orange, and it's only orange, and it's the same orange, so it's the same color, and now it's more information, which is good. Now they got testimonials from Google. It's a Google feed. They got 400 testimonials, 5-star reviews. Like, this is a major amount of social proof, which is really going to help. Now they've got the orange button yet again, and you keep going down, you've got more information. Again, orange button. You see how the button doesn't change? It's always this orange. We go down, it's again, now they got frequently asked questions. They got the map. This is very similar, this format, to what I suggest making as well. They've done a really good job here. These buttons are orange, and there's no mistaking what they want the user to do, which is click the orange button. It's the thing that stands out the most. If you scroll quickly on this page, you can see the buttons are orange. They stand out. The only thing I would recommend here is I would make this button bigger personally, but that's it. Other than that, I imagine that they have a very good conversion rate on this page because they have done this very well. Now, I'm going to show you 2 examples where it hasn't been done as well. This is the first one. I searched the exact same thing, family lawyers, and I came across this website. Now, they've got the keyword, which is good in here. The problem is they've got this background image, which doesn't really have anything to do with family law. Now, they have a call button, which is good, but it doesn't stand out. They've got a form here, and now they have a button to the contact page. There's 3 things going on here immediately as soon as you land here, and one of them takes you to a different page, even though they've got the contact things here. I don't understand why they did this, but that makes no sense whatsoever. And now the other problem you have is that you've just got this, but you don't have a reason why you should fill this out yet until you keep scrolling. So now as we keep scrolling, we've got Sydney's leading experts in family law, which is fine. And we've got a video here, which is okay. But then from here, all we see is pictures of lawyers. And someone searching for a family lawyer, they first want to know how the firm can help them, right? And what they actually offer before they care about who the lawyers are. And so the problem is, by this point, I've already lost interest because it's just given me a form with no information and then a bunch of pictures of lawyers. And so that's not what you want when you're looking for this. And that's why I imagine that this page probably doesn't work that well. Now, once we scroll all the way down, we can finally see how can we help and actually giving information about family law, which is way down the page, all the way down the bottom, which is actually what the person wanted to see in the first place. I don't think the way this is laid out is very good. And now we have a contact button. However, the button doesn't stand out. It's the same color as the background. And not only that, it goes to the contact page, even though they have the call button and the form right here on this page. That makes no sense to me. And I imagine that that is not going to perform very well. Now, as we go down, we've got a little bit about the firm, which is fine. We've got the accredited thing, which is fine. We've got a little bit of FAQ here to a degree. It takes you through the process, this is good. And now we've got the contact button, which again doesn't stand out. It's just the same color as the background. Now we have buttons to other pages, which is not really necessary. You can do it, but it's not that necessary. And now we get to the bottom and there's not really any call to action. And so the issue you have here is there was no social proof in testimonials. The content was way further down the page. Contact buttons are not clear exactly where they are. Like if you scroll quickly through this page, you can't see the contact buttons because they're all white. Now the contact buttons take them to a different page, which is not logical when they have a call to action here and a form here. So I don't know why you would send people to a different page. There's a lot of things missing from this page and it's not structured well. And as you can see, it doesn't flow anywhere near as nicely as the one I just showed you previously. Now, one other example is this one here. Again, same keyword. I just found this on Google. You can see here we land on this page. We've got family lawyer Sydney, which is good. We've got the best on your side. Okay. But they need to prove this. The picture is not really related to family law, but okay, we can let that pass. And we scroll down here, it's just a little bit of content, some frequently asked questions, which is okay, couple of services, and that's it. There's no who this is, there's no pictures of any lawyers' faces, you don't know who you're working with, there's no testimonials, there's no reviews, and worst of all, there's no actual call to action on this page. There's no form, there's no phone number, there's only this in the header, which at least is a standout color, but the problem is there's nothing going on here. The best thing to do with testimonial is this one testimonial here, which is just written on the page. It's no proof and it's only one. It doesn't actually really mean anything realistically. So I don't imagine that the conversion rate on this page is very good either. So that's a couple of examples. You can see the contrast between the one that was done really well and has someone who actually knows what they're doing, putting a page together, versus a couple of pages that look like they've just been kind of thrown together and they weren't really sure how to do it. So that's it for conversion rate optimization. These are the basics that you need to know. If you follow this guide, you're going to be able to put together a page that converts well. Go and watch my video on how to create a high converting landing page, as that's going to give you a lot of other good information that you need to know as well. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'll catch you on the next one.